today. At the PEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The KC offense set to go led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Cairo Santos, former Chiefs kicker, on for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. Back deep for Chicago, Daz Newsome. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
13 yards remaining on second down. A give. This is Montgomery. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on fourth down. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here's Ward to return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Toss left to Montgomery. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Powerful running. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 45 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. Fields. That's complete. It's Daz Newsome. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Handoff comes to Montgomery. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. To throw is Fields. He gets away from 1. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Fields. Open man. He finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the carry, it's Montgomery. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Silver. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing again is Fields. Touchdown. That's caught. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the ends.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And hitting Juju on the slant.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting at it again. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Montgomery, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Chiefsans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with the crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves.
They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
54's Mike, 54's Mike.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Michael Dana just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Fields on 1st down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. I don't think you got it, sir. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Fields throwing again. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Fields now to throw. Out to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's got it. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start out west at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Aaron Jones, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Ryan Tannehill, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Devontae Smith, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Powers through. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that winds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. To throw on 3rd down. Fields. Forced out to his and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Mike's by 4.
They run Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a throw here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
You got 3 down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now here's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Bears offense ready to get going again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Fields complete to Mooney on the slant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Fields. Complete to Newsome. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And that one complete to Stephon Sullivan.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 22, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back to throw. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Operating from the gun. Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
58, right over there.
Mahomes to throw once more. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. And I got it.
From the 36, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. Onto the field now come the Bears. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
4 down, check, 4 down.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each.
Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. But the fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second